If you're wondering how I got here, well, let me tell you exactly how I wound up sitting in my bed while being bombarded with fire and gas. And if you've ever wondered how chaotic things could get if a zombie apocalypse were to happen right this second, look no further than the Day 1 mod. This mod will have you immersed straight into Day 1 of the apocalypse amidst all the chaos it brings along with it. Everybody, including you, will be scattering in hopes of seeking shelter and survival. Best be prepared for anything, because not only will you be facing the hordes of zombies, but some very unfriendly NPCs along the way. And yes, that prisoner, he did take my pants off. Day 1 of the zombie apocalypse. I never thought this day would have come, but if you're asking me to be very honest about it, the thought of an apocalypse did excite me. Although I felt very safe after seeing these two very reliable looking fellas here, I thought it was the best course of action to instantly equip my gun. And already, only a few seconds into the breakout of the Nox infection, the entire area was littered with the sound of chaos. I quickly took a scope of my surroundings, and it seemed exactly like how an apocalypse would have looked like. I did not want to, however, miss out on the first few key moments at the start of the event, so I went out of the safety of my own home and tagged along with this group of police officers. Okay. I mean, surely if I follow these guys around, I'll be safe, right? Oh, where are we going? Where is she going? Uh-oh. Oh, she's hurt. Oh. And that's why you don't... Oh. Where's this guy going? Oh my gosh. Are these guys dumb? Okay, maybe it's time to... I mean, there's a lot of people here. Just wanna... Oh, there's nothing useful here. Thought they had like a weapon or something, but... Oh. Okay. Maybe I should not follow these guys into the woods like this. Ooh, let me wear that. Upon realizing that the group of police officers were all zombified after their terrible decision to walk blindly into a forest full of zombies roaming around, I had no choice but to leave and head on back as a lone survivor. I headed straight for the police officers' vehicles, seeing as they are no longer alive, so technically it isn't theft by any means. So I hopped on it and took it for a ride to see exactly what's going on in the neighborhood. Unfortunately, as soon as I started the car, the alarms went off, making the loudest noise ever, attracting all sorts of attention. And being very curious about the commotion ahead, I drove straight into it to get first row seats. I, however, did not know what to expect, but I definitely did not expect to get stranded like this in my car, being mobbed by angry citizens. It seemed like I was now more of a threat than the zombies themselves. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. One thing was for certain, and that was me not wanting my life to end like this. So I clutched onto dear life and kept hopping to and from driver's seat to passenger seat while hoping for the best. And I kept this up until I finally grew the balls to just get out and start running. Okay, let's go. What is that guy doing? It's like he's praying in the middle of all that. Okay, let's see. Should probably equip this first instead of my pipe. Oh my gosh, they're following me. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of people. Oh no, my friends. And so I ran and I kept on running while being chased by an angry mob, dodging and weaving through the zombies that came about. After shaking off any pursuers and having the zombies deal with them instead, I circled around back to try and pick up the rifle left behind by my one pursuer. Now here's where I got a little greedy, and all I saw in my head was the gun that I wanted. I thought that once I had this rifle, all zombies would just fall before me and I would be the most powerful man alive. Unfortunately, it didn't go as planned, and I ended up getting bit. But, to my luck, it was only a small injury on my right hand and not my neck. And of course, being the unprepared survivor that I am, I did not have any rags with me and had to quickly find some while my hand was slowly bleeding. I then went on to seek shelter in order to have the time to patch myself up. And so, I joined these other very fortunate survivors in this little home to have a little bit of breathing room in order to patch up my right hand. After my injury was taken care of, I headed straight back for that rifle left behind on the body. And lo and behold, I finally got it. Feeling very powerful, I ventured out further into the chaos, looting the bodies of the fallen firefighters, grabbing them of their fire axes, helmet, and gas mask. I was now a properly fitted looking survivor, geared up with the most protective clothing that I could find, and I went to explore. Well, I got everything I need. I guess I'll just walk around the neighborhood, see what's going on. We don't need that anymore. Hopefully I don't need the lead pipe anymore. Ooh, something terrible happened here. I can go check out the house maybe. Just gotta remove that glass. Oh. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe I won't be going in there anytime soon. Probably not. Let's not go in there. And so, disgusted and afraid by the amount of undead claiming that home as their own, I figured it was best to leave them alone. And so, I did exactly that. Instead, ended up noticing another huge commotion going on towards the southwest. It seemed as if a huge battle against the dead had just concluded and is in its final chapter, with the soldiers of humankind claiming victory, but of course, being the vulture that I am, I went to go loot. I ended up wearing one of their bulletproof vests, adding onto my already stellar protection against zombies. But shortly after, to my surprise, I came across a fire officer's vehicle and used that instead, but I'm kind of dumb, so please don't ask me what happened here. And without a proper working vehicle, I would find myself ending up having to spend more time in this neighborhood. I had no idea where these ladies and gents came from, but I'll assume they climbed out of the sink, even though it doesn't even make sense. But, to say the least, I was very happy to see other survivors fighting against the zombie horde. And at this point, I was just simply visiting door to door, trying to loot as much useful things that I could find and perhaps make a home for myself. I was delighted to stumble across a convenience store, and I quickly started to eat and drink whatever I could find. Feeling replenished, full, and happy, I headed up and observed a group of tough-looking soldiers taking care of the zombies with ease. So, naturally, I decided to stay close to them. At this point, I noticed gas starting to appear out of nowhere, and quickly realized that the planes in the sky, they were bombarding the city with gas to contain the zombie outbreak. I started running up north to escape, and realized that I really needed to find shelter and not get gassed. More of these soldiers were up ahead, making quick work of the zombies, and I also came across a very small group of citizens who seemed to join hands only to have explosions happening instantaneously. Soon after, I bumped into men in orange jumpsuits and went to see what they were all about. My gosh, they're bombing the place now. Oh. These guys look like prisoners. Oh! Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, I think I got a really bad cut. I need to check on my... Oh yeah, that's really bad. Oh my gosh, my groin too. I think we gotta heal my groin first. I don't have any, I have to rip up their jumpsuits right now. Oh no. Oh no, please don't let me die here. Please. Oh, things are getting crazy now. Okay, let me Wrap up my groin first. Hopefully they're kept busy here before they start attacking me. Almost done though. Okay, I'm okay now. Oh no, I'm limping too. This might... Ooh. Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna come back. Oh, do I not have ammo? Oh no. Let me use my pistol maybe. Oh shoot. Oh, my pants. Oh, he took my pants off. He took my pants off. He took my pants off. Barely alive and struggling to apply first aid to myself, I was shocked at what exactly just happened. I had a berserk prisoner strip my lower half down? Anyways, I kept wrapping up my wounds, taking care of my groin first, as it was the most important thing here, and then onto my left thigh. After patching myself up, I wondered how much longer I would be able to last, as the first day has yet to conclude, and I was already badly injured, and limping around terribly. I ended up taking temporary shelter while the explosions were happening and decided it was time to get rid of this rifle, as it was weighing me down far too much. While walking around the neighborhood, I realized how nothing looked the same anymore. The constant bombing and explosions have completely changed the terrain I once knew and recognized. Houses were scorched, and bodies littered the floor, and it truly was the end of the world as we know it. The sound of gunshots filled the air in the distance, but I came across what looked like a human praying over the loss of their loved one. So, before I did anything else, I stripped the body of their pants and wore it myself, seeing as my tidy whities were exposed. And that's not a good thing. At this point, I was really curious how the interactions with other humans would be in this scenario, so I let my impulsive thoughts take over. And off I go, wandering into the abyss yet again in search of something aimlessly. I was taken aback by the destruction my two very own eyes witnessed, but I kept going in search for a suitable place to call home. And again, more soldiers fighting off the dead. But I came across a very nice looking place to call home, so I made my way in. And to my surprise, the entire place was in pristine condition, being entirely stocked and furnished. I called it home. I then decided to take a break and wash the blood and dirt off of my clothes. After washing up, I went to investigate and scout out the house, and to my surprise, I had found 3 men hiding under the stairs of my house. Okay, well that's kinda strange. How did they get in there? Can I maybe hit the wall and break them out? Let me see. Maybe I can dismantle it, or disassemble maybe? Nope. Yeah, well, that is definitely awkward. I guess they're gonna be stuck here with me for forever? Until they eventually starve and become zombies? Maybe? Maybe I'll just take a rest here though. I'm getting sleepy and I can't sleep. And here we are. I'm sitting on my bed, unable to sleep because of the pain and agony my body is feeling while watching the end of the world through my little window. And if you ask me if I could go back in time and change one thing about my life, well, I'd have to say it would be to follow my dreams and take those zombie movies a little more seriously, because here I am now, in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Imagine all the things I would have known about how to survive a zombie apocalypse. I certainly wouldn't be in the same situation as I am in now if I had taken those movies more seriously. After what seemed like a decade long, I was finally able to get some proper sleep in the comfort of my own bed. I woke up after my long slumber to the worst possible outcome. The entire city was completely leveled, but for whatever reason, my house was still standing. I couldn't believe that I was practically untouched during the entire night that I was out cold sleeping. And so, the first thing I had to do was to check on my friends downstairs under the staircase. And shockingly, there was but one left. The poor guy was still stuck, and he would be forever stuck in my walls. So, I read him a magazine word search because I am a good friend. Poor guy. I guess the least I could do is just read him a magazine before I leave. I don't really know how long he's gonna last here alone though, with, you know, no food or water, right? Ooh. Okay. What just happened? And how am I still alive? Wait. Oh my. You're still alive? He's still alive? Okay. Okay then. If he can survive that, he can survive anything. I guess I do not need to babysit him anymore. Seeing as my friend was one tough guy, I knew for sure he could take care of himself, and so I left. I then came into contact with soldiers in hazmat suits and realized that the city was indeed leveled, and perhaps they were here to finish off whatever remained. I, however, am sure they were quite surprised to see me still standing. Okay, hold on a minute. What is going on here? Yikes. Oh my goodness. About time. They just let their friend die like that? My gosh, look at the whole place. It's all smoky, foggy, rainy. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to loot anything here. I feel like our chance slipped away from us. Yeah, there's definitely no food anywhere here or water. I'm gonna have to I mean, the houses over there look fine. Maybe I could jump over the fence. Let me try. Yep. Okay. Well, I don't know how these houses are still standing, but I guess I'll make a new home for myself here. Get some more supplies here. And so, I made my way in, smashing through the window in search of food and water as I was completely starving and deprived of liquids. In the meantime, I spent my time clearing out the house of zombies, making sure that it was completely safe before looting whatever I deemed useful or valuable in the process. And of course, what kind of person would I be to not shower in someone else's home after a long day? So I did exactly that. I went ahead and took a shower. After a nice hot shower, I said to myself that everything was going to be okay and that I would survive no matter what. Seeing as I was wearing some very uncomfortable clothes, I decided to take off the bulletproof vest as I did not see myself needing it anytime soon. I then explored the garage outside, finding many useful tools and equipment, but unfortunately, everything was far too heavy for me to carry along. At this time of the day, I was getting a little bit hungry again, so I went snooping around in my neighbor's house looking for any scrap of food that I could cram into my mouth. And while searching for food, I was unexpectedly interrupted by a few rowdy zombies, but can you blame them? They must have been really hungry too. With my leg causing me to limp around, I ended up handling them quite nicely, but was soon overwhelmed by a mere 2 zombies, so I ended up taking things outside. A few minutes later, I spent going door to door again in hopes of finding supplies, but to my shocking surprise, this house was completely, and I mean completely, empty. There has to be something upstairs, right? Food, anything? I close these blinds for, oh, a little bit too dark, hold on. Okay, that's better. I'll leave that open. I don't think I'm gonna be using this house anytime soon. There's nothing here. There's actually nothing here. Oh, for sale. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I did not see the for sale sign. That makes sense why it's so empty. Okay, well, yeah. Let's get out of here. And so, realizing how terrible my awareness is by not noticing that it was an empty house for sale, explained the lack of items and furniture, it was time to move on to the next house. Yeah, I just wish I had noticed the, oh. What is this? Things are getting a little freaky in here between you two. I feel really bad. Clothes on the floor. Both are wearing sleeping attire. Oh, still alive. 1 second. Come on. Okay. Oh, another one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel really bad about barging into a room like this, you know? Freaky time. Yeah. Okay. We gotta get out of here soon, though. Ooh. Where are they coming from? Window, of course. Of course. Just gonna let that zombie stay in there trapped. I probably won't be staying in this house much longer. Yeah, it is a nice house, though. I do wanna... Well, I do gotta eat something and drink some water. Ooh, can opener. Okay, we could use that. We could put that to really good use. As you can see, I got a lot of things in my inventory, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be carrying all this because I'm way too heavy right now. While having some munchies in the kitchen, I was quickly surrounded and chased by a couple zombies. I was then forced to limp outside where there was more room to maneuver, but ended up getting a nasty bite of my neck from an unsuspecting zombie. Yeah, I have no idea what that was, but might have been a glitch, bug, I don't know. A zombie maybe dug a little burrow in the ground, but yeah, did not expect whatever that was on the floor to be a zombie. Bit me so fast too. Starting to think if I can actually make it at least a week or something. Probably not. Oh, gotta take care of a bunch of my negative traits or whatever. Gotta eat something. I probably don't want to eat that. I have to cook that. It's time to get cooking. After a long struggle with the injury I got from the zombie encounter, I found comfort in this home and decided to cook up a tasty meal that consists of rat and salmon. I then ended up obtaining some padded pants, and that, along with my knee pads, made my legs unstoppable. It seemed like my current home wasn't just my home, so naturally I went and got rid of the zombies lurking around downstairs. Of course, wearing my awesome new pants I obtained from upstairs. I ended up finding my dream home, the absolute most perfect of all homes. Nothing mattered. I didn't care how it looked like, how big or small it was, but this home in particular had a barbecue grill. And that alone was enough for me to call it the perfect home. So I quickly went on inside and checked it out. Oh yeah, this home is perfect. Oh, what is that? Pants? Oh, just regular pants, okay. Just regular pants, no biggie, no biggie. See if it has any like special item in here somewhere laying around. It does have everything. It's perfect. It's not like broken or anything. And a can opener. Maybe I'll just. Well, I should go to sleep, but I don't know. The day is still kind of young. I do wanna look around the neighborhood a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go back outside and check it out a little bit more. After refueling my body with the canned food I found, I went straight for the markers that appeared on the top of my screen. I had no idea what they were, but still, I headed straight towards that direction, and behold, I ended up finding another one of these sneaky zombies burrowed beneath the ground, probably disguising themselves as trash for the unknowing prey. I made sure this time that I was not surprise attacked, and dealt with it easily. However, the zombie had a friend that simply wouldn't move or do anything, so I left it alone. My body was heavy and I was getting very drowsy, so I decided to call it a night right here in this random house. Upon waking up, I was really curious as to what these icons meant on my screen, so hastily I went in search of the mystery. And to my surprise, I found what seemed like another survivor this far into the apocalypse. I was completely shocked, thinking that I was the only person left alive after everything that's happened. I saw that he was fighting off zombies alone, and I immediately went out to help. However, I was far too late. My potential friend, aside from the one stuck downstairs in my earlier homes, was now dead, and I was very sad. So, I decided to get back at the zombies that ate his flesh, and took care of them quickly. I then stumbled across a bank, and it piqued my interest as I have never seen a building like this before, so I rushed on in, leaving a trail of zombies, and explored to my heart's content. Well, I guess there's not much here. It is just a bank. Plunger. Do I need a plunger? Probably not. Yeah, hopefully upstairs has something of value. I don't even know what I'm looking for, to be honest. Let's not deal with that. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna find anything in like an office setting. Let's just get out of here. Excuse me, I'm gonna open the door, out of my way. Okay. Where do I go? I mean, I'm not exactly the healthiest right now. Let me try this car. Oh. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's, I do not want to be too risky. Yeah, this is not good. There are way too many zombies here. I need to just go. It's always like this in the city. I gotta just go. I should go. I quickly made my escape, leaving through the outskirts of the city back to the more rural areas, as there were far less zombies around. However, I knew the zombies would soon be following me because they always do, and they never failed to lose my scent. So, I quickly scavenged whatever I could find in this house before having to leave. However, it was not long before the first zombie came knocking, and then the next, and so on and so forth. And just a few seconds later, I had found myself in a dangerously sticky situation, with the zombies barging in through my home, being trapped in such an enclosed space. I ended up in the clutches of the dead. Luckily for me, the clothes I wore did an amazing job at protecting my life from the scratches and bites administered from the dead. Oh yeah, this is not good. This is not good. This might be the end. This might be the beginning of the end for me. Out of breath, in pain and agony, nowhere to go. Oh no, I do not. I have to make it through here. Can I squeeze through? Please open. No. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, this limp is not helping. I wish I had never gotten the limp in the first place. It seems like it takes forever to heal. Or it never heals. I don't know. Do I need something to like fix my leg? Okay, well, for now let's just run far away. As far away as we can. And so, I scrambled towards the safest and closest house that I could find because I was in dire need of everything. I was exhausted, sad, in pain, stressed out. Basically, I was at my wit's end. Already, the zombie came to visit, knocking on my window, and I decided to let it through in order to stomp its head in. I finished up closing all the curtains so that I would have no other uninvited guests coming to visit me while I recover. But it was too good to be true. Already, I heard a knock on my door, and I knew it was death coming for me. I went to take care of it as quickly as I could before the sound attracted more zombies, but I was too late. I was far too late. The ruckus had already brought far too many on my doorstep, especially when I was out of energy, low on supplies, and injured. I went to retreat into my home, but accidentally shutting the door on myself. And that is the end of my life as a survivor on day 1 of the zombie outbreak. I was honestly surprised at how long it took for the zombies to rip through my clothes. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe for more Project Zomboid. And once again, this is the day 1 mod.